I can just honestly say it feels so amazing to feel comfortable in my skin. And if you're a person who does not feel comfortable in their skin, I highly, highly encourage you to start the journey. Get on a weight loss journey, get on a confidence journey so you can feel comfortable. There is so much life to live, and I spent half of my life not comfortable, and that's not something that I was willing to take into my 30s. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra, and here on my channel we are all about creating a life you love. So with that being said, we're gonna hop into today's video. So today's video is something that is super exciting for me today. I have officially hit my goal weight, and as a matter of fact, I've actually surpassed my goal. I had a goal weight of hitting 130 pounds. But now I'm 125 pounds. And honestly, I think I have hit the point to where I'm like done. I'm like, all right, I don't need to lose any more like weight. I don't want to focus on the number on the scale too much. I am entering a place to where I want to be at a maintenance pace. I want to be at a place to where I can start to build muscle and feel safe doing that. I can talk a little bit more about why like I didn't feel safe like building muscle in the video or another video, but I will let you guys know because I'm a little bit different up here when it comes to this whole weight loss journey. Like weight loss is like such an emotional journey, y'all. Like it's so many ups, it's so many downs. I failed, I've succeeded, I failed again, I've succeeded, and this is to the point, and I finally gotten to the point to where I really feel like, all right, you actually did that, sis. So today I'm going to be telling you guys, how does it feel for me to officially reach my goal weight, and then some things that I have learned along the way with losing, this 70 pounds. So if you guys are interested in, losing weight or are on a weight loss journey and looking for a little bit of motivation or encouragement, let's go ahead and hop into the video. Okay, so first things first. I just want to say, like, with me actually reaching my goal weight, I was just like completely like proud of myself, y'all. Like, not only was it amazing to actually see the number on the scale, it was just a feeling of just like me being proud, because at that point it wasn't even about really the number on the scale, but it was more so about like, wow, sis, you actually did that. And it's been so many things in life that I feel like I start and stop, or chicken out and just never complete, because I feel like quitting is easier than actually winning and getting the job done. Like, it's so much easier to quit, so much easier to be like, oh yeah, I knew I was never going to lose that weight. I don't need to be that small. It's easy to quit, but it is so much harder to actually continue and do the things that you say you're going to do. But at the end, it's such a rewarding experience. It's such a rewarding feeling. And I'm so incredibly proud of myself. And even when I say like I hit my goal weight, I never saw my goal weight on the scale. I literally went from like 133 pounds to 129 pounds. So I never saw 130 on the scale. But just to even touch like my 120s, like that was wild, like wild for me, because I don't think I've ever weighed like 120 anything, probably, when I was super young, but like as an adult, I've never weighed that. And people may say like, oh, you look skinny, you may look this, you may look that. But at the end of the day, I am 5 feet 2 inches. That is about what I'm supposed to weigh. And I think that is the highest of what I'm supposed to weigh, is like in my 120s. So I'm at a place where I feel comfortable in my skin. I feel healthy in my body. I feel light. I feel agile. I feel confident. Like, I just feel amazing. And what I want to tell you guys is like the feeling that you will feel when you finally hit your goal weight is something so beautiful. And even if you hit a number on the scale and it doesn't feel how you thought it was going to feel, sometimes that just means you need to pivot. That just means you need to adjust, because honestly, I thought when I hit like 140, I'm like, okay, I feel like I still need to lose more. I need to lose more. But when I actually took the pictures of myself when I weighed 140, I'm like, wow, you look freaking awesome, sis. And I think at that point, I was kind of like not 1000% focused on the number on the scale. But honestly, it was still in the back of my mind, like, yeah, I want to weigh 130. I want to weigh 130. Like all the goals I have in my phone, like the goals that are set up to my watch, the goals are set up to my scale. Like it was 130 was the mark. Like this is your goal. So I still kept that goal in mind. But at the same time, when I hit 140, I felt comfortable in my skin. So it's not always the number on the scale that's important. It's more so how you feel and honestly just the health of your overall body. I would say with me finally, hitting my goal weight and being at a place to where I'm comfortable, it is now time for me to shift, what I'm actually doing. I have been in a deficit for a very long time. I would say I got really extremely discipline last year in 2024. So I've been in this active like deficit of eating, active deficit of like working out. So now I'm to the point to where like I can probably start to dial things back and possibly, like eat a little bit more. However, I'm just being honest and transparent here. And if you are a person who struggles with like eating disorders or body image issues, like be my guest, like you can click off here. But like I'm a person who struggles with body image, so I do feel a little bit tensed about entering this maintenance phase, like not eating for weight loss, just eating for like health and wealth of my body. I have an extreme fear about gaining like the weight back, and honestly never ever want to be in that place again, just to even get to the place where I feel so accomplished. I don't want to go back to a place to where I felt not myself. I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. But honestly, at the same time, I feel like with me being in this deficit so long, I have built up habits to know like, okay, this is how much I need to eat. This is how much I need to work out. But I think now I'm to the point to where like I weigh 125 pounds, and I honestly can say like I am a little bit on the littler side. Like the legs are small, the butt is small, the waist is small. And honestly, I don't really want it to get any bigger. I do not mind growing my glutes up a bit. So I have been focusing heavy on glutes here lately, just to kind of build my legs and my butt up a little bit, because I focused a lot on cardio. I didn't do too much weight training, and I know that might be controversial, but I can talk about that in another video as to why I approached my weight loss that way. But I think I'm in a good place to where I now feel comfortable building the muscle, and I don't think like the scale would move anything drastically with me trying to build this muscle, as long as I, stick to what I know. I know my sweet spot as far as like calories and stuff like that. So I think just entering the maintenance phase, I feel like I'm proud, but at the same time, I can't even lie. I am a little bit nervous about it, but I'm excited to see how I can transform my body even more. Like I said, I am on the skinny side, and I wouldn't mind to start to see like a little bit more, muscle definition. I feel like I can see like the sides of my abs, so I love that. I don't necessarily want like a washboard belly or anything, but like arms, I would love to see muscle definition in my arms. I would love to see a bigger glute. I would love to see, my thighs like firm up a bit. So I'm excited to see that transformation for myself. So that's just how I kind of feel like as far as like reaching the goal weight and what I'm going to do next. Now, as far as some things that I've learned on the journey, I would say the biggest thing that I had to learn personally was portion control. And that is pretty much eating what you are supposed to eat. We are all unique individuals. We all have unique experiences. We all have unique bodies. So we cannot eat like the people that we see on the internet. People love to post their what I eat in a day. And I've gotten requests for what I eat in a day. And like, as bad as I want to do them, I don't think the way I eat other people should eat like that. I think you have to figure out, your groove and your way. And honestly, I'll still post it, just for fun and entertainment. But like, I may eat differently than the way that you need to eat. Like I said, I'm only 5 feet 2 inches. I only really need to eat, 1,400 calories. So if my diet looks completely different, lots of people kind of get offended. They're like, that's not enough food. And it's just like, if I'm not trying to become a bodybuilder, I do not need to be bulking myself down with a lot of food. And that's something that I had to learn, because in this culture of like weight loss and bodybuilding, the main goal is to feed your gains and like eat so much protein. But it's like, if you're eating so much protein, you still need to be tracking how many calories that you're actually like intaking. I think I saw this, I don't remember the video. If I find the video, I'll insert it into the YouTube video, but it was a video talking about all it takes is an extra 500 calories, I think, a day or a week, that can make you like gain 10 pounds like very quickly. So numbers add up so quick. Like literally, if you think about it, if you have a drink and a sandwich from Starbucks, you're probably already at 500, 600 calories for the day. And if I'm only like allowed 1400 in a deficit, maybe 15, 16, like trying to do maintenance, like it is so easy to get to that number. So being mindful of actually what you're intaking, I say get you some sort of journal, get you some sort of app to where you're tracking the calories down to a T. And tracking calories is not a eating disorder. If that is what you need to help you stay on track, track your calories and figure out what you're actually eating. Because a lot of times, like, I'm like, I eat so healthy, why am I not losing weight? But I was not tracking my calories, and I was just eating too much for what my little body actually needed. So I would definitely say focus on your portion control. If you like to go out to eat a lot, be mindful of the stuff that you go out to eat and you get. Don't take your leftovers home. Like, make enough just for you. Like, if you want to have snacks, have your snacks outside the house. Make sure it's only one portion. Like, you really have to get the eating piece down to a T, because I think the eating piece is a lot more important than the actual like working out. Like, as long as you are eating right, your body will do what it needs to do, because honestly, your body burns calories naturally. You don't even really have to work out. But working out, helps with your cardiovascular health and helps you, build up your muscles and things like that. And just working out gives you an additional deficit. But eating is where you need to really just like straight up be real with yourself and lock in for real, for real. And another thing that I learned along the way is just realizing like your body will transform. Like, when I was like in my 160s, 160 has always been like my sweet spot. I felt like, I was thick. I didn't have like a belly. I'm like, this is cool. This is where I feel comfortable, 160. But if I go look at my photos from 160, if I go look at my photos from 170, 180, 190, like, I don't even recognize myself. It is so amazing what the body can do to transform within just like a few months, just within a year. Your body will change so drastically. And I want to say like one of the things that is the most coolest, I think, is just how the face changes. It was at one point to where I'm like, oh, I think I need facial balancing, or I think I need to get like Botox, because I'm like, my face just looked like puffy or just weird. But it was because my face was fat. My face was inflamed. So when I actually started to lose weight, like, and my face came down, I'm like, oh my God, like, you are beautiful. You are pretty. And I never thought that I was like ugly. I just knew that I was overweight. But actually seeing my face change, like, I feel a lot more beautiful. Like, it's just like, wow, like, girl, you is cute. So be mindful of like how you can just transform your body by simply just eating right and working out, like eating the right things. Like, you don't need to go get Botox. You don't need to go get filler. You don't need to go get facial balancing. Like, because if you get yourself healthy enough, your body will become less inflamed. You will lose weight. You will look less puffy. You will look less big. You will feel comfortable in your clothes. You will feel amazing. Like, when I say, I look back at myself and I'm like, I do not know this girl. And the crazy thing is, like, I personally think I know for a fact I deal with a little bit of body dysmorphia. So sometimes I don't even realize how I look until I look at photos, or I look at videos, or I look at pictures. I think I just said that. But like, actually seeing it like on a photo or a phone, then I'm like, oh, you are kind of small, sis. But like just how I feel in my body, like it doesn't always resonate. Like, oh, you lost 70 pounds. And I'm not saying I think that I look 70 pounds heavier. Like I know for a fact that I'm smaller, but I don't think that I feel as small as I am. Like I don't feel 125 pounds. But when I record my workouts at the gym, I'm like, oh, sis, you're 125 pounds. You're little, you're skinny. So my phone rang and I don't remember where I left off, but I just want to say, like, the way your body transforms, it completely changes how you view yourself. You don't even realize like how good it can actually get if you actually just put in the hard work and really take the time to put the right things in your body and move your body the right ways. Honestly, just even outside of the physical body transformation, I feel like I have changed a lot mentally, emotionally, and just even spiritually, like really just being in alignment with my body in itself. Because I personally think for a long time I just knew I wasn't supposed to be a big girl. I felt like I was trapped in a big girl body, and I had this fear of like being seen because I felt too large to be in the room for some reason. But now that I feel actually comfortable in my skin, I don't feel like, afraid to speak up, be afraid to be my real, true, authentic self, afraid to get on camera and talk. Like, it is so crazy, like how much your mental health is impacted by just the way your body is. Like people may think, oh, I'm depressed, or oh, I have anxiety. It could be just because you have a little bit too much weight on you. Your hormones are out of whack. Like learn to really just kind of like take care of yourself. And that leads me into my next point. And just this weight loss journey has truly been a true form of self-love for me. I believe like loving yourself is taking care of yourself. And that could be taking care of yourself like in the physical sense, but taking care of your mental health, taking care of your emotional health, taking care of your spiritual health. And it's also important to be disciplined with yourself. Like you are outside of God, you are the controller of your body. You control what you intake. You control what you let affect you. And it comes to a point to where we live this life to where, everybody kind of does what they want. They enjoy life. They're like, you only live once, have fun, do this, do that. But at the same time, if you're a person and you want to feel comfortable in your skin, you're going to have to learn how to make tough decisions. You're going to have to learn that you have to make sacrifices to have, the health and body that you have. Like you may have to go home early because you need to get up in the morning and go to the gym. You have to say no to like overeating, say no to the extra alcohol. Like you have to be the parent of your body. And I think that was one of the things that I really just kind of had to learn for myself, because I think personally, I don't come from a family to where we know how to like actually like eat healthy. I feel like most people in my family, they were skinny when they were younger, and then like as they got older, they got overweight. And I honestly think that's more attributed to like society and the food and stuff like that. Because if they're eating the same food that they used to eat when they were young and then now they just blew up, I think it's more so something to do with the food. But at the same time, they still didn't have, healthy habits established to at least maintain a healthy body weight. So with that being said, I didn't learn those habits. Like I remember my roommate freshman year, like she had a sign on our bulletin board, and I went in blind. So she was a white girl, I was a black girl, came from two totally different, backgrounds or whatever. And she used to get up every single morning and run from one side of the campus to the other side. And like by the time I was getting up, she was getting back. She had a sign on her bulletin board that said like no second helpings. Like she knew exactly how to take care of herself. And meanwhile, me and my friends, we at Sci-Fi, we went to Michigan State, we at Sci-Fi, Snyder Phillips Dining Hall, getting, grilled cheese and Philly cheesesteak, like getting 2 sandwiches. Like, and I think it also comes from a place of like growing up in a like poverty kind of place. Like we didn't have the ability to have all of these, food options. So when you have all of these food options on the table and an unlimited meal plan, we literally lived life to the fullest in those MSU calves. And I gained like freshman 50, not even gonna hold you up. So with that being said, I had to learn how to really learn how to take care of myself in this season. Learn to know, like, okay, Sierra, you can't eat what everybody else can eat. You have to get up in the morning and go to the gym because you don't feel like going after work. You get drained by 3 o'clock, so you're not going to the gym after work. So just go ahead and knock it out on the front end of the day. So you got to learn to know yourself, and love taking care of yourself, because nobody knows when they're going to leave this earth. Nobody knows if it's going to be unexpectedly, but we do know if you take care of yourself, potentially you can live a long life. So why not just go ahead and love on yourself and take care of yourself? Last but certainly not least, a thing that I learned along the way is to just get back on track. That is what separates you from other people who actually go after the things that they want, achieve their goals. It's just like, okay, if they mess up, they just start over the next day. I think I used to get into a point to where like I will always work out. Like I've been working out, I would say consistently. At least I started working out in college for real. I played volleyball in high school, so I still worked out in high school. But like I got a gym membership in high school. I went to Planet Fitness. I would go when my mom would go. Once I got to college, I had a fitness membership at the rec center, IM West. So I would go work out, with my friends. But like I said, we was getting Philly cheesesteaks and grilled cheeses. So it was like, it don't matter how much you work out, how much you walk on campus, you're not out walking a bad diet. So like, even though I think, oh yeah, I'm going to hit that gym Monday, if you're not hitting that diet plan Monday, it kind of just doesn't even really even itself out. So I would definitely say just get back on track. If you have a fun weekend, get back to your regular scheduled program on Monday. Get back to your stir fries, get back to your smoothies, get back to your high proteins. Like, you don't have to eat fun every single day. And you can make your healthy options fun as well. Like, life doesn't have to be miserable because you're eating healthy. Figure out how to spice up your food and make it like a fun experience for you. I think learning new recipes and like juicing and stuff like that is fun. I wouldn't necessarily say juicing. I like the concept of it, but cleaning the juicer is a task, boy, I tell you. So that's not something that I really enjoy. But like, just out of convenience, I would prefer to just go to Whole Foods and grab a few juices for the week instead of actually making them. But I feel so much more refreshed. Like, this is better to me than going to, have, ice cream or something like that. Getting you a nice green juice or a nice beet juice with some ginger, like that feels good to my insides versus me going to get ice cream that is going to make me bloated, have gas, make my skin kind of itchy. So it's like, you got to pay attention to that kind of stuff. I do want to also hit on regrets for a hot little second, and I don't want to go too negative into this space, but like I truly regret like letting myself get that big, get that bad. But at the same time, some things were out of my control. I was about like 150 outside of college, and I felt 100% comfortable at 150, and then like boom, had the thyroid problem, gained 40 pounds out of nowhere. And at that point, it became impossible for me to lose weight. So I still have to learn, like, okay, I do regret getting that big, but that part of it was out of my control. But I've had instances in life to where I was 195 pounds without having a thyroid issue. So it's more so learning to just love yourself enough to take care of yourself. And I really regret it because I feel like I missed out on so much life being like uncomfortable in my skin for that long, having zero confidence, like not feeling 100% my best, not feeling the prettiest. Like, that is what I regret. But at the same time, I do have self-compassion because you only know what you know. So I didn't know how to eat healthy. So that is something that I've taught myself over the past few years. I didn't know about hormonal health. I didn't know about the thyroid. I didn't know how to check the signs to know when something is actually wrong with my body. So you do have to be able to have a level of self-compassion with yourself, but not to the point to where it's like at your detriment. Like, don't have so much grace for yourself to where you're like just doing doing the same BS like over and over again, making excuses for yourself. But that would be my biggest regret, is like not being able to live life to the fullest because I was so uncomfortable in my skin for the longest time. And then let's kind of just move into some advice that I have for people who are on a weight loss journey. Like I said, I've lost 70 pounds. However, I would definitely say you have to be patient. You have to be consistent. For me, I had a unique experience. I had the thyroid problem. 2020 gained the weight out of nowhere. 2021 figured out it was my thyroid, had a surgery. So 2021 and 2022, I was getting my hormones back regulated, didn't lose any weight within that time, even though I was eating healthy and working out. 2023, I lost 20 to 30 pounds by just going hard in the gym. And then 2024, last year, I managed to drop about 50 pounds, 50, 60-ish pounds. And that was from truly learning how to eat, learning my calorie deficit, learning that Sierra can't intake all the food that everybody else does. Sierra needs to move her body a little bit more because she's a short girl. Like really just getting real with myself and like saying like, you can't have the same kind of fun that other people have. Like, but your fun can look a little bit different. And it's not necessarily about not having fun. It's about being disciplined and getting to a place to where you feel control and comfortable in your body. I would definitely say this journey is also not about like perfection, I would say, but honestly, just getting to a place where you're falling in love with really just taking care of yourself. I would say that was the best part of this journey, is just really watching myself transform, like physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like to the point where I'm just like starting to really feel comfortable in my skin. So it's not really about perfection, but it's definitely about focusing on your health and really just feeling good in your skin. Don't really focus on the number on the scale too much because like I said, by the time I got to 140, I was already feeling so much better in my skin. It didn't matter if I got to 130 because I could have been satisfied at 140. But just because I did have certain like physique goals, the goals on my phone, the goals on my scale, like I just continued to, go because I'm like, okay, if I can get to 140, like, can I get to 130? And I just kind of kept going and like, I just felt better and I looked better than ever. And I can just honestly say it feels so amazing to feel comfortable in my skin. And if you're a person who does not feel comfortable in their skin, I highly, highly encourage you to start the journey. Get on a weight loss journey, get on a confidence journey so you can feel comfortable. There is so much life to live, and I spent half of my life not comfortable, and that's not something that I was willing to take into my 30s. So I am excited about this new journey that I'm on. I'm in a new body, I'm in a new mental space, I'm in a new emotional space, I'm in a new spiritual space, and I'm excited to see where life takes me in my 30s in this new body that I have, with this newfound confidence that I have. And I wish this on everybody. I wish the feeling that I feel inside on everybody. There's so many people who may feel defeated, who may feel like I'll never lose weight. My whole family's big. It'll never happen for me. But I challenge you. Just get to a place to where you feel comfortable. Like you can wear the clothes that you want to wear. You can feel the way you want to feel. You can step out and fill up rooms the way you want to because you feel confident and you feel good in your skin. So if you guys are on a weight loss journey, I want to know, like, what are some things that you guys have learned along the way? I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, this one was exciting. Like 70 pounds down is amazing. And I'm just so proud of myself. I hope you guys found some inspiration, some motivation. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Yeah, she making that shake, breaking that back till her back break.